So I've literally always been like a planner for as long as I remember. If I finish one particular goal, my mind is always focused on the next one. And it felt as if I'm like a runner that's constantly always chasing the finish line. And just last week when I was going through my to-do list and my vision board for next year, rather than feeling that sense of fulfillment for what I've done throughout this whole year, instead I felt this intense emptiness and it felt as if something was missing. And just about that time, I had a call from my friend that said, hey, I saw a photograph of us walking through the park. Do you want to have a look at it? And I'm like, sure, send it over. And I opened that message and I looked at this photograph. And it was a photograph that we took while we were at the park. And it was raining so heavily that particular day. And we were just laughing uncontrollably. And I looked at that photograph for some solid 5 minutes. And I realized that was one of the happiest moments of this year. Why didn't I realize that? Why wasn't I aware? Why would I not take stock of this moment and include it as one of the happiest moments of this year? And then it dawned on me that there were a series of other events and moments like that that slipped through my finger, and I wouldn't appreciate them to be one of the happiest moments of the year. Why? Because I'm always constantly focused on the future. I'm always thinking about what's the next item to do, what's the next goal to pursue, what's the next finish line. It's as if I'm delaying my gratification and my happiness for a distant location of someday. Or when I have this thing, I will be happy. When I have that, I will be happy. When I accomplish this, I will be happy. And so all of my goals have always been towards giving me that sense of happiness or giving me an improved sense of myself or my worth. When I achieve this, I will feel better about myself. And I realized that I've been really denying myself of my happiness and just attaching that to the future. And look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you setting goals to mean that when you achieve a particular goal, you will feel a more improved sense of yourself and your worth and esteem. Don't get me wrong. Some goals will help you achieve that. But there is a complete opposite of when we set our goals in a way that it will be a source of our happiness, or a source of our sense of worth, or a source of our sense of esteem, or a source of our sense of confidence. And for a moment, I realized that was a very unhelpful way of setting goals. And so right now, that really changed my mindset to approach the next year. And most of my goals right now, though they are still very high attaining goals, but I have set those goals not because I want to prove anything. I have set those goals not because I want it to be a source of my happiness. I'm setting those goals because I just want to express myself. Those goals should become a means of expression. I just want to have the pure joy of expressing myself, of being able to do something that is possible. Because I've realized now that happiness is right here and now. It is always in the eternal now. Happiness is there, looking at the trees that is just shedding themselves, going on a walk, having a nice coffee. There are so many things to be happy for. And so, if you are setting your goals for next year and you are thinking that until you get that goal, that's when you're going to feel happy, or that's when you will feel a lot more sense of your worth or self-esteem, that might not be the right way for you to approach it. Rather, realize that you are in this moment as worthy as you will be when you achieve any of those goals you want to achieve in the future. And so go about setting your goals for next year for just the pure joy of expressing yourself, not necessarily because those goals will bring you additional happiness or additional sense of worth, because right now you are so worthy as you will be when you achieve that goal.